guys, I'm excited to do the second part of my series on depression and mental health. But before I do that, I really have to throw a young shout out to my products. Like I said, I am Lunako. Lunako is me. Guys, look at my hair. It was literally this short, like extremely short. Last year around March, February, I don't remember the exact month where I cut it. And these beauties, from the shampoo to the spray, everything, the oil, all things are falling apart. But all these things, guys, I vouch for them because here is the evidence. I am the evidence. This week, I've been shied out because I walk into places and people are like, "Oh, your skin, what are you doing?" I'm like, I'm doing me. Lunako, Bontle. Guys, I'm using the turmeric soap every day, the vitamin C serum, the toner, and my day and night face cream consistently. There's people who've been seeing me almost every day for a year, and this year, I don't know what happened, but they're just like, "Wow, Miguel, you look pregnant. Actually, you've got that pregnancy glow." And I said before that, the joy of this product will always give you that glow. Whether it's winter, summer, spring, whatever is happening, the glow is there. And what I want to also say is that I do get heat rashes. I think I've had like 3 spurts of heat rashes, and they never lasted. So thank you to everyone who has been complimenting me. The answer is here in the product. Try it out. Anyway, back to the series on depression. Today I want to talk about my revelation of what depression is for myself. I think having grown up in a family where my parents have divorced, I always as a child desired the perfect family that I never really had. But I have the most amazing parents that what I thought was them doing something wrong to me then was what caused me to be a stronger person. And I just want to shout out to my mom for being strict because she put the fear of the Lord in me that caused me not to fall into certain things that probably would have led me not to be the person that I am today. Having said that, having gone to therapy, I learned that depression can actually be hereditary. And that was like because when the lady said to me, you have signs of severe depression, and then I had to go to a psychiatrist to be officially diagnosed, I was just like, no, I can't be. I'm born again. What are you talking about? And I've been dealing with these things by praying, studying, doing all these things that have to do with my walk as a woman of God, having experienced having children. I think that's also another thing that caused me to plunge deeper into this place, I always thought that depression is something that you bring upon yourself because of situations, but I can understand why it's also hereditary from a spiritual point of view. If you grow up with a family background of a lot of hurt, my mom lost her mom when she was 18. She was expecting my older sister, and it was traumatizing for her. She also didn't grow up with both her parents. My dad had to work at a very early age. That made him a serial entrepreneur, which is great. But he had to hustle more than be available emotionally, So those things cause us to feel a particular way about ourselves, especially when we look at what other people present in the world as perfection. I had friends from primary school growing up that had both parents. They looked happy, they lived in beautiful houses, and I always wanted more, Other people would think, oh, these people are fine, but behind the closed doors, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't what I wanted. I was never satisfied. you know, and I point that out, never satisfied, as something that made me adopt to what other people are like, as opposed to what I am like and who I am, you know. Anyway, lo and behold, I had friends and I had to sort of defend myself. So what people in my family saw it as an advantage. So I was one of the few that went to a multiracial school from preschool all the way up. And I had to fight for my space in my community. I grew up in Mabopane, you know, where not everybody was in a multiracial school. So my speaking English was sort of rejected, you know. I mean, in tertiary as well. You know, you're just called a snob, comrade, model. You know, there's always something, you know. And I think that broke me in a way that I didn't realize until I started walking with Jesus and having to learn that I am loved, I am accepted, I am significant, I am forgiven, and being me matters, you know. That took a lot. I would have never walked out of my house about 6-7 years ago without wearing makeup, because I felt that I was ugly, I was not pretty enough. I couldn't notice certain things about myself that people would notice, you know. And obviously, as I grew older, I had children and my body changed. I used to think I had a smashing body, and that's what was my key in society, and that was taken away after having children. So not only was I depressed, I had a low self-esteem. And I think I tried to fight it off by being sort of a mean girl, you know, always having like this fierce outlook, having the right answers. You would never mess with me because I'd come for you, you know. I would come for you very hard. I'd have words to say to you. I'd troll you, basically. But I wouldn't necessarily feel good afterwards. And I had to unlearn all those things. And at the peak of my life, having unlearned all those things, I started plunging down. I started feeling, I'm alive, but whatever, you know. Sure, I don't even know how to put it in words, but it was such a dark place to be in. I didn't even believe that Katlego chose me to be his wife. You know, when you don't even feel good enough for other things. You know, other people would be like, have you seen how your husband looks at you? Like, even when you're not looking. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever. I didn't even notice that this man loved me the way he does. I never felt that I was good enough to be a parent to Ole, to Achi, to Katli, until I met Mohau, who pushed me into parenthood. You know, I was happy that Katlego was very close with Achi. Everybody who knows me knows that my daughter and her dad cannot be separated, you know. So a lot of things killed what I believed would be me, and they shaped this narrative of I'm not good enough, I'm ugly, and all of those things. And having decided that let me try something different that is not done, and let me walk with God fully, that is where I found my healing. I found my joy. I started, you know, thinking bigger and deeper about what I could offer in the world, you know. But even having done that, it was difficult for me to purely say, Tebogo, you can do it, until now, you know. I don't want to go deep into this now because I want to sort of detail the different steps, me as a girl in primary school, me as a girl in high school, me as a girl in tertiary, and then me as a mom, such that everybody in those areas can relate with that which I want to tell. So today I just wanted to sort of bring a picture of what caused me to be depressed, what that root of it all was, that I see as the hereditary, you know, how my dad grew up, how my mom grew up, them coming together and separating and having us, you know. And once I've done the different me at different stages, I will share my journey of healing, you know, of finding myself beautiful again, of knowing that I'm significant, of knowing that, you know, whoever's opinion is their opinion, but my opinion of me matters. The man that I see in the mirror, literally, is the one that I need to love and be gentle with, you know, to rebuke where I'm wrong, you know, to own my mistakes. Those are the things that I believe helped me from last year to now to be like, actually, I'm fine, you know. I just needed to point out, Tebogo, this is what's wrong with you, and Tebogo, this is what's right with you. Looking forward to continuing this conversation with us. Tune in on the Lunako page for a longer discussion. Thank you.